Listen up, fuckers. This could be your life if you become an oil rig worker. You hear oil, but I ain't talking about no diddy ka. The alarm goes off at 4:30 a.m., but you've been awake long before it starts ringing. Sleep never really comes easy out here. The constant hum of generators vibrates through the walls, and every wave reminds you that you're standing on a steel platform in the middle of an endless ocean. Before your feet touch the floor, your eyes find the photo taped beside your bunk. Your wife is smiling. Your daughter is wrapped around your neck with the biggest grin on her face. The picture is almost a year old now. She's probably taller. Maybe she's lost another tooth. Maybe she's changed in ways you haven't been there to see. You pull on your orange coveralls, lace up your boots, and head for breakfast. The galley is full, but it's quiet. Nobody talks much before a 12-hour shift. Most of the men are staring into their coffee or scrolling through pictures of the families they're working so hard to provide for. Out here, everyone has a reason for being here. A mortgage, children, parents who need help, a future they couldn't build any other way. Different stories, same sacrifice. By 6 o'clock, you're standing in the morning safety meeting. It's the same briefing you've heard hundreds of times, but nobody complains anymore. You've learned that every rule was written because someone, somewhere, didn't make it home. One loose bolt, one missed inspection, one shortcut. That's all it takes. Out here, confidence can keep you alive, but complacency can kill you. The moment you step outside, the cold air cuts straight through your clothes. The ocean stretches as far as you can see, gray water blending into a gray sky with no sign of land anywhere. The machinery is already roaring. Pumps hammer beneath your feet, cranes swing overhead, metal crashes against metal, and radios crackle with instructions. It's loud enough that conversations become hand signals and eye contact. After a while, you stop hearing the noise. You just feel it. The work itself isn't glamorous. It's heavy lifting. Inspections, tightening bolts, replacing worn equipment, checking pressure readings, and doing the same tasks over and over until they're second nature. Your gloves become soaked with grease before the morning is half over, your shoulders ache from lifting, and your back reminds you that you've been doing this job for years. Still, you keep moving, because everyone standing beside you is trusting you to do your job properly, just as you're trusting them to do theirs. Around lunchtime, you finally get a few minutes to sit down. Your phone catches a weak signal and a message appears. It's from your wife. She sent a picture of your daughter holding up a drawing she'd made at school. 3 stick figures holding hands. One of them is wearing bright orange. You smile without realizing it, then feel the lump forming in your throat. She still thinks of you every day, even when you're hundreds of miles away. You lock your phone before you can think about it too much. Home is the hardest thing to carry out here. The afternoon feels longer than the morning. The wind gets stronger, the equipment feels heavier, and your body starts reminding you how tired it is. Someone makes a terrible joke over the radio, and everyone laughs harder than they should. That's life offshore. Sometimes laughter is the only thing keeping morale together. These men become more than coworkers. They know about your family, your worries, your losses, and your dreams. They're the people who have your back when something goes wrong. And out here, that's a bond few people ever understand. As the day comes to an end, the sky begins to change. The sun sinks toward the horizon, turning the ocean into a sheet of gold and orange. It's one of the most beautiful sights you've ever seen, yet you've watched it hundreds of times. You still take a picture anyway. Not because the camera can capture it, but because you want to show your family what your world looks like. Even though you know a photograph will never explain how it feels to stand here surrounded by nothing but sea. Later that evening, you finally call home. The connection cuts in and out, freezing every few seconds, but hearing their voices makes every mile between you disappear for a moment. Your daughter excitedly tells you about school, about a drawing she made, about the friend she sat next to at lunch. Then she asks the question that never gets easier to hear. Daddy, why do you always have to leave? You pause for a second, searching for words she'll understand. Instead, you smile, tell her you'll be home soon, and remind her how much you love her. The call ends, but the silence that follows somehow feels even louder than the machinery outside. When you finally climb back into your bunk, your body is exhausted, but your mind refuses to rest. You think about the birthdays you've missed, the bedtime stories you couldn't read, the school plays you watched through a shaky phone screen instead of from the audience. You wonder if one day she'll understand that you never left because you wanted to. You left because loving your family sometimes means sacrificing moments you'll never get back. Tomorrow morning, the alarm will ring again. You'll put on the same boots, zip up the same orange coveralls, and step back onto the drilling deck. Not because you love the danger or the long hours, but because somewhere beyond the endless ocean is a little girl sleeping peacefully in a home you're helping provide. Every shift, every sacrifice, and every day spent away from the people you love is for the moment you finally walk through the front door, and she runs into your arms like you never left at all,